At Davidson, Stephen Curry was a star, shooting the lights out and carrying a small school to the Elite Eight. Trae Young carried out his legacy, making deep three after deep three at Oklahoma. In 2023, it's tough for Trae Young to carry out Steph's impressive legacy. But today we're swapping their careers and seeing how NBA history changes. So Trae Young is drafted to the Warriors, where he joins Monte Ellis in Golden State. And his career starts out better than Stephen Curry, as he takes home the Rookie of the Year award in 2010. Sadly, unable to make the playoffs in his first season. As we enter the 2010s era, LeBron makes his decision, forming a big three on the Miami Heat, while Trae Young has a great offseason as he moves up 3 overalls, sadly having a slight dip in his stats while the Warriors fail to make the playoffs once again. But this means Klay Thompson is drafted to the Warriors with the 8th pick in the draft, and Trae Young got himself a new splash brother. As Trae Young reaches an 86 overall, he makes his first All-Star team, putting up 22 points and 7 assists in just his 3rd season, as he takes a 3-2 lead in his first playoff series, where he finds himself in a close Game 6. And here comes the Warriors down the other end. DeLon Wright inside gets the layup to go. It's a 4-point game. It looks like Trae Young and the Warriors will be winning their first playoff series in 2012. In Trae's second round matchup, he has to go up against Durant, Westbrook, and the Thunder, where KD is in his prime as he takes a 3-2 lead, putting up amazing averages. And this trio in OKC is just too strong for this young Warriors team. As Draymond Green is drafted in the offseason, Trae's stats continue to get better. However, they just barely missed the playoffs. But Trae Young uses this as motivation, moving up to a 90 overall and makes his first All-NBA team, averaging just over 25 points, dominating past the Timberwolves in round 1, where this time they face a stacked Spurs team, going down 3-1, and the more experienced San Antonio dominates Trae Young and the Warriors. But once again, Trae Young puts his head down and reaches a 92 overall in the offseason. However, there's a new super team in Cleveland, featuring LeBron James, Kevin Love, and Kyrie Irving. But just like Steph in 2015, Trae Young is the NBA's MVP and is now a superstar in the league, where a Warriors dynasty ready to bloom sweeps through their first round matchup, proving to be legit contenders in the NBA Finals. This time, going up against Damian Lillard and the Trailblazers, where Trae continues to dominate, heading to his first conference finals. This time, going up 3-2 against the Thunder, and they have a legit chance to make the finals in a tight Game 6. Trae Young, inside, great layup, he puts it in. 5 seconds remaining. Durant pulls a big mid-range, knocks it down. Westbrook trying to get a bucket on Young. Inside. Trae Young, great defense. Trae Young, 2 seconds, great pass to Bogut, and he gets the layup with 1/3 of a second remaining. And so the Warriors are heading to the NBA Finals in 2015, repeating the path of Stephen Curry. Just like in real life, they'll have to get past LeBron and the Cavaliers, where a prime LeBron James keeps the series very close, and an important Game 5 comes down to the final shot. Klay Thompson inside, misses the layup. Warriors need a 3. Trae Young pulls up one and hits it. Oh my god, Dion missed a free throw. Oh man. Klay's taking the final shot, drives in, he puts up a tough shot, and Klay Thompson sends this game into overtime. In overtime, the Warriors continue their momentum, and with the Warriors going back home, they take the Cavaliers down in Game 6 and are NBA champions. Trae Young taking home his first Finals MVP. As Trae Young wins his first championship, he reaches a 94 overall in a solid offseason, and just like Stephen Curry, takes home his second NBA MVP, starting off the 2016 playoffs with a great win over the Utah Jazz in an easy 5-game series, and then taking down a stacked Los Angeles Clippers team where both Klay Thompson and Trae Young ball out. And just like in real life, face off versus the Thunder, where Kevin Durant repeats history, going up 3-1. But just like in the real 2016 playoffs, the Warriors win Game 5 and then a huge Game 6, forcing a blockbuster Game 7 matchup, where the Warriors have a chance to repeat history, coming back from 3-1. Barnes with it, Trae Young now into Harrison Barnes, and he draws the foul. Westbrook inside, trying to get a bucket, and he does. Trae Young is too small. Inside to Bogut. Andrew Bogut gets the easy dunk. That is too easy for the Warriors. Into Hickson. Good defense from Draymond. Draymond locking him up. Inside, he misses. 7 seconds, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Here is Hickson. No way, this guy's taking the last shot. Westbrook for three, misses. And the Warriors advance to back-to-back NBA Finals. And we have a Finals matchup versus LeBron and the Cavaliers. Once again, the Warriors take a 3-1 lead. But this time, history does not repeat itself, as Trae Young and the Warriors win a huge Game 5, winning back-to-back NBA championships. As Trae Young celebrates his second NBA championship, Kevin Durant once again snakes the Thunder, and the Warriors once again form the greatest super team ever, where Trae Young makes another first-team All-NBA, and the Warriors are looking to dominate the NBA for as long as possible, sweeping through the Dallas Mavericks, where this new trio in Golden State seems completely unstoppable. And with Durant facing his old team, he's determined to embarrass them as they sweep through Russell Westbrook and the Oklahoma City Thunder in an easy series, facing Damian Lillard and the Trailblazers in the conference finals, where this series would be more difficult, but would have the same result as the last two, an easy win and another return to the NBA Finals, going up 3-0, where it's another NBA championship for Trae Young and the Warriors. While Steph is making waves across the nation at Davidson, Trae Young peaks at a 97 overall in the offseason, but he drops to the second-team All-NBA. But this Warriors team is still as dominant as ever, as they take down the Spurs in an easy sweep, beating the Nuggets in 5 games, and then the Houston Rockets. And it's another NBA Finals appearance, but this time, the series is a lot closer, where in Game 6, LeBron fights to the final last second. LeBron has a mismatch inside and gets an easy dunk. Trae Young inside spin move, behind the back. What a move from Trae Young. They go into LeBron James. LeBron has kind of a mismatch on him inside. Too easy. Looking for it. Finds Clay inside and he gets the layup to go. We got a tie game with 28 seconds remaining. Kevin Love sets a screen. LeBron, mid-range, buckets with it for three, misses, big rebound from Cornette, and the game is tied. They go into LeBron. He has 1 second left, puts it up, misses the layup. In overtime, the Warriors take a lead, and Trae Young has yet another win over LeBron on his resume. In the 2018 offseason, Stephen Curry is finally drafted to the Hawks, joining John Collins in Atlanta. And in his first season, we see him making the first team All-Rookie. However, the Hawks are unable to make the playoffs. Meanwhile, Trae Young is back in the first team All-NBA and starts off the 2019 playoffs the right way, taking down the Minnesota Timberwolves in a pretty tight 6-game series, advancing back to the conference finals with a win over the Houston Rockets, once again shutting down the Trailblazers, and Trae Young is into his 4th straight NBA final. However, just like in real life, Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant get injured right before the finals. Kawhi and the Raptors take a comfortable 3-2 lead, but Trae and the Warriors fight till the very end in Game 6. Can Trae Young do what Curry couldn't and take this team to a Game 7? Trae inside looking for a bucket and he gets it to go. What a move. Kawhi guarded by Iguodala. Here comes the screen from Serge Ibaka. Inside and he gets the dunk. Young with it. 10 seconds remaining. Out to Draymond. He pulls a 3. Misses. Kawhi Leonard inside trying to force his way out. Kyle Lowry wide open for 3. Buckets! And they take a 1-point lead. Here is Trae Young. 9 seconds left on this game. 8 seconds. Trae inside. Great pass to Larry Nance. Kyle Lowry with 3 seconds. With 2 seconds. Lowry for the championship. And the Raptors are NBA champions. As Kevin Durant leaves the Warriors, just like in real life in 2019, Trae Young suffers a tough injury in training camp. Because of Trae's injury, He misses the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. And as Steph continues to improve, he averages 23 points a game, sadly losing in round 1 to the Celtics. But Stephen Curry grinds hard in the offseason as he reaches the big 90 overall. Trae Young dropping 1 overall after his injury, missing out on any All-NBA teams. Meanwhile, Stephen Curry makes his first All-Star team and also his first All-NBA team. In this season though, both Stephen Curry and Trae Young missed the playoffs. As Steph reaches a 92 overall and Trae continues to drop with age, he once again misses out on All-NBA teams, while Curry is back in the All-NBA third team, going up 3-2 against the 76ers, and finally has a chance to make it past round 1. Clint Capella has a mismatch in the post. 3 seconds out to John Collins for the mid-range. Buckets! Out to Shake Milton. He pulls the 3 mid-range. Misses. And so the Atlanta Hawks will advance. Curry dropping a big 31 points in the win. Let's see what he has to say.
Down and have fun, and we've been doing that lately, and it's been great.
All right, we're swapping their careers, not their voices. What is this? Meanwhile, Trae Young is back in the playoffs, getting past round 1, and then sweep the Phoenix Suns, going back to the conference finals. While Stephen Curry still has tons of trouble with the stacked Celtics team. As Trae is able to advance, beating Ja Morant and the Grizzlies, he is back in the finals, going against the Celtics. But Trae Young is not Stephen Curry, and he is unable to beat the Celtics by himself as they blow them out in Game 6 and are NBA champions. As Curry stays at a 92 overall, Trae going back up to a 95. He's still snubbed from any All-NBA teams. As the Warriors miss the playoffs, Curry getting better and better. However, is still seeing very little playoff success. Trae Young turns 34 in the offseason, and he drops to a 94 overall. And Steph is now the same overall as Trae Young. In 2024, Stephen Curry takes home his first NBA MVP. Meanwhile, Trae Young is back in an All-NBA team, however, just misses the playoffs for a second time in a row. This opens up the door for Steph, because NBA fans across the globe feel like this is finally his year to take home an NBA title. Going down 3-2 to Giannis and the Bucks, where Game 6 will go down to the final minute. Second one is up, and he misses. Steph could ice the game here. Here's DeAndre Hunter with it. Into DeJounte Murray. Murray gets an easy layup to go. That was almost too easy. He drives in and gets the tough layup to go. Curry with 2 seconds. With 1 second, Curry, a tough mid-range, misses. Giannis inside, trying to tie the game. Lillard now, 5 seconds left. Here's Malik Beasley for 3 buckets. And we go down 1 with 3 seconds remaining. 2 seconds, 1 second, deep 3, misses. And the Hawks are being eliminated in round 2. As Trae drops to a 92 overall, Stephen Curry has leveled up to a 95 after a great offseason, making back-to-back first-team All-NBAs, while Trae Young is still on the third team. And this year might really be their year, as the Hawks look great against LaMelo Ball and the Hornets, where Stephen Curry and DeJounte Murray both ball out. Meanwhile, Zion dominates Trae Young, kicking him out of the first round. As Stephen Curry continues his quest to a championship, he takes down the Celtics in 5 games, and is finally moving on to the conference finals, destroying the Pistons, and he is finally an NBA finalist, running into the Denver Nuggets, who of course have Nikola Jokic. This series would be close, with Curry playing great in his first finals appearance, with the Hawks taking a huge 3-2 lead in a Game 5 blowout. Game 6 is Stephen Curry's chance at an NBA title. Here is AG with it. Into Jokic. Jokic back out to Aaron Gordon. He gets an open 3 and knocks it down. They take a 1-point lead. DeJounte Murray's going to try to make a move here. He pulls a 3 of his own and knocks it down. Here's Jokic. Double teamed immediately. They're down 2. Michael Porter Jr. gets an open 3. Misses. And Stephen Curry is an NBA champion. While Steph reaches a 97 after winning a title and is back in the first team All-NBA, Trae Young is falling off, but is still averaging 20 points a game. However, he is unable to carry his team to the playoffs. Meanwhile, Curry and the Hawks sweep through their first 2 playoff matchups, losing to Donovan Mitchell and the Cavaliers in the conference finals. In the offseason, Trae Young leaves the Warriors, joining Stephen Curry in Atlanta for one last run. As Steph makes a second-team All-NBA, Trae adds a new award to his resume, winning the Sixth Man of the Year. And this new duo in Atlanta looks amazing, as Trae Young plays great, helping out the Hawks bench, and Steph is in his all-out prime. But going down 3-2 to Halliburton and the Pacers, they have a challenge, where the Hawks fight hard in a close Game 6. Here's Benedict Mathurin. Inside, tough shot, gets the and one with 5 seconds, with 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Trae Young, big three-pointer, buckets! And they take a 4-point lead here. And so the Hawks will be forcing Game 7. Curry dropping 24 points and 8 assists in the win. Sadly, the Pacers dominate the Hawks in Game 7, and Trae Young retires, finishing as one of the best point guards of all time. But first, we have to finish Steph's career, as he trains hard, getting to a 96 overall, and is back in the All-NBA second team, beating the Pistons in an easy 5-game series, sadly though losing to the Raptors in 6 games. In the offseason, Jokic pairs up with Curry, creating an awesome duo in Atlanta, while Steph helps Jokic win another MVP, as he is a still steady All-NBA member. This new incredible duo in Atlanta takes down the Wizards and then gets their revenge on the Raptors, and are serious contenders to win the championship. In the conference finals, Jokic and Curry take down the Indiana Pacers, where Curry finds himself in his second NBA final versus San Antonio Spurs, who of course have Victor Wembanyama. The Hawks take a huge 3-2 lead, with the Spurs tying up the series and forcing a huge Game 7. Game 7 comes down to the final minute. Victor, looking for a big bucket, screen comes from Bam. Wembanyama, Curry actually playing some pretty good defense. He's pulling a 3 though, and knocks it down. Victor takes a 6-point lead. Inside out to Sadiq Bey. They go into Jokic, he's got Bam on him, back to Sadiq Bey, pulls a 3, knocks it down. I'm very scared of this guy. It's a prime Vic. He's pulling another 3 and misses this time. Jokic a big rebound, and here comes the Hawks down the other end to Sadiq Bey, mid-range, misses. And so the Spurs are NBA champions, taking down Jokic and Curry and the Hawks. At 34, Stephen Curry peaks at a 97 overall, still making the All-NBA third team, sweeping through the Cavaliers, and taking apart the Washington Wizards, but losing to an older Joel Embiid in the 76ers. The end is near for Stephen Curry, as he gets injured in training camp, and Jokic is unable to carry the Hawks to the playoffs. As Curry drops to a 94 overall, his numbers are starting to diminish fast, once again missing out on the playoffs, dropping to a 90 overall in the offseason, and for the first time in a while, averaging under 20 points a game, missing the playoffs for a third straight time, and joining his hometown team in Charlotte, retiring around his family and friends after having a great career, but nowhere near as good as his real-life career. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and like and subscribe, and check out these 2 videos on the screen right now. Peace, boys.